And Faraz, where are you folks visiting from?
We're here from Chicago.
Chicago. Alrighty. And then the back right there, we've got Philippe and Luis. And where are you friends visiting from? Where is it? Try to hold it straight. For some reason, it sounds like there's a short there. In
New York.
New York. All right. Well, welcome to the beautiful island of Kauai.
Thank you.
Well, friends, I have an amazing island that I'm going to introduce you to here today. And if you have not fallen in love with the island of Kauai yet, you will by the end of this flight. I definitely promise you that. Along the way today, I anticipate hardly any bumps. You guys picked the perfect day to fly. We will be doing some climbing and some descending along the way, though, and as we make these climbs and descents, you may have to equalize the pressure in your ears. But as we make these climbs and descents, if anyone is having any issues, please let me know. That way I can slow the rate of climb or descent down for you. All right, let's begin our first descent right on down into this beautiful valley here in front of us, which is called Hanapepe Valley. Partway up Hanapepe, we're going to be greeted by some beautiful waterfalls. One of these waterfalls stands 360 feet high. It's named Manavaipuna. Its meaning, powerful spring water. Us pilots, we simply call it Jurassic Falls. About 20 minutes into the first movie, a helicopter lands at the Jurassic Park. A helicopter lands at the base of Manavaipuna. So friends, welcome to Jurassic Park. Folks, way back in 1992 when Steven Spielberg arrived here with Universal Studios to the beautiful Garden Isle of Kauai for the filming of Jurassic Park, he knew one thing for sure. He was going to have himself another blockbuster movie on his hands. What he didn't count on, though, was a hurricane that would hit this beautiful island on September 11th of 1992, known as Aniki. Folks, Aniki came packing sustained winds of over 220 miles an hour, and it destroyed 90% of the island. However, the vegetation here has returned greener and thicker than what it ever was prior to the hurricane's arrival. So I guess you could say this is Mother Nature's way of just pruning up this beautiful island. Those beautiful waterfalls and this amazing valley of Hanapepe is privately owned by one family. They are known as the Robinsons. So throughout the years, the Robinsons have acquired roughly 51,000 acres of the island of Kauai, which makes them the largest private landholders on the island today. Now, they are direct descendants of Eliza Sinclair, who arrived here from Scotland in 1863. In 1864, she met up with King Kamehameha IV, who sold her an island 17 miles west of Kauai, known as Niihau. She purchased this island from the king for only $10,000 in gold, and so began the legacy of the Robinson family. With the island of Niihau and the lands here on Kauai, the grand total of acreage owned by the Robinsons today in the state of Hawaii is now 91,000 acres. And folks, that includes this beautiful canyon that we have right here in front of us, known as Olakela Canyon. What a backyard, yeah? Folks, like I mentioned earlier, you picked the perfect day to fly. This is an area that we rarely get to see, folks. This is called the Alakai Swamp. Believe it or not, this is the highest swamp in the world at just a little over 5,000 feet high at its highest point. Usually this is clouds all the way to the surface here, so we rarely get the opportunity to even come up here. Jennifer, if you look way out in the distance there to the left, you'll see the island. Just out there, that is Niihau. So that is the island owned by the Robinson family. Here on Kauai, folks, we're just now leaving Robinson land for the meantime. We're now headed into state land, and directly out in front of us is the beautiful Waimea Canyon. Has anyone had the chance to visit the canyon yet? You did? Everyone? Nice. Folks, this beautiful canyon here is roughly 3 miles wide. It is approximately 10 miles long, and it's just about 3,500 feet deep at its deepest point. This has been dubbed the Grand Canyon of the Pacific by Mr. Mark Twain, although it's highly debatable whether or not Mr. Twain even stepped foot here on the island of Kauai. Luis, all the red dirt that we see here in the area is known as iron oxide, which is just a super fancy word for rust. Now, lava has a lot of iron in it, folks, and as the island erodes away, it exposes the iron to the elements, and it leaves us with this vibrant red color that we have here, which makes for an amazing backdrop, of course. Now, Rafia, usually what we do when we fly in here is we go right over the top of that rim that you see out there in front of us, which is over the road that you folks drove up here on Highway 550. But this morning, you guys are flying with me, and we are not going that way. In fact, I left the tour route a long time ago, so we're going to hop off the tour route and go back off the tour route here in just a second. Now this beautiful part of the canyon, this is my favorite. It's known as Po'omau. The reason why it's my favorite is because it tells a story to us. If we look here at this far wall here, you'll see these beautiful horizontal lines in the canyon wall. So folks, every single one of these horizontal lines represents a separate lava flow.